The syntax of the geostats command is lat field, long field, output lat field, and output long field statistic function on by class any field name. Okay. So there are several arguments with geostats command. Below are given important arguments. Okay. Within the geostats command, you can use the arguments. So what is that arguments? One is lat field. What is lat field? Existing field name which contains the detail of latitude data format for the analysis. By default value is lat. Let's say for example, we are using IP location command. At the time we are getting a lat field and long field. The two fields are called lat field and long field. So long field, existing field name which contains the details of longitude data formatting analysis. By default value is lon. Output field, to specify the latitude field name for the output field generated by the geostats command. See sir, if you are using a geostats command, the geostats produces statistic functions. Okay, that for that it will produce some output latitude field and longitude field also. Output latitude and longitude. That means geostats command will produce some latitude and longitude. That latitude and longitude are called as a output latitude field and output longitude field. Now coming to the stat function, as the specify argument function for the statistic analysis, such as count, sum, average, whatever you want. For example, see, I am just using geostats count. So say index equals to total data. So step equals to axis command cookie. Instead of stats, geostats count. If you observe, how it will produce the geostats? It will based on the it is not producing any value. Count. In that case, what fields we have? In the verbose mode, you can check. You call the by class. If you go through the verbose mode, these are the fields we have. Category, I am just checking with the category ID. Geostats, okay. By count by category ID. Can you use smart mode? What happened? Why it is not coming exactly? We don't have any geographical information under this specific index. Okay, that's why even geostats count also not working. Okay, so if you want to get the geographical information, what is the command under this source type? So there is a client IP. So with respect of client IP, we will use a IP location command. Okay, IP location client IP. Okay, so that it will produce a geographical information based on the client IP. Now it will produce a geostats counter based on the default latitude and longitude, which is lat and lon field. Not it came. Client. And longitude are geostats output. Okay, now by category ID or by country, for example, country on visualization. So for this geostats, best visualization is cluster. See, country wise, it will shows the latitude and longitude where that exact data is available from. India, we have 656 events. Okay, so latitude and longitude it is going to see. You want to minimize, you just get plus symbol. So or double click it. Okay. And while zoom out, you go with a minus symbol. Okay. Next, if you want to go with a country wise category ID. Based on the category ID you want to do. See, these are the categories in India. So latitude and longitude as accessories are 37, arcades are 47, null 30, shooter something. So these are the categories. Or you can go with the city wise. You have a city field, na? You can go with city wise. What are the cities? In which cities in India? So most are events. Okay. So in this case, where the traffic is coming from, if any attack happened, so where the traffic is coming from, which city it is coming from, which country it is getting from. Okay, so that you can check. See, India, Bangalore and Hyderabad, and also there is a New Delhi. New Delhi come under other. Okay, even this is also come under other zone. This is also come under other zone. Understand? And even you can categorize your events. So by setting like this also, see, observe. So I'm just calling my exiting field as a lawn into a client lawn. Why? Because my exiting raw data is client raw data only. Na? I am using a client lawn and client lot. Based on that, I need to produce a results. See, rename lawn as a client lawn, lat as a client lot. So where is this? Open with Microsoft. Name lawn as a client lawn, lat as a client lat, geostats count by city. Now lat field equals to client lat and long field equals to client lawn. That means with respect to of my existing fields, I am expecting a city wise latitude and longitude count. Okay, previous latitude and longitude will be geostats output results, but now my latitude and longitude, my local latitude and longitude is a part of client lot and client lot will be producing the results. See, this is the latitude and longitude of client lat and client lot. Understand, sir? This is the way to work with a arguments. This is the way to work with a arguments. Even you can work with a different arguments like this also. So rename lawn as a client lawn, lat as a client lat. Now geostats count by city. Lat field equals to client lat, long field equals to client lawn. Output lat field equals to. Why? Because geostats will produce a latitude field and longitude field. Na? That fields I am saving in the output lat field and output long field. So for that, I am just using the see, I am capturing the results of geostats command of latitude and longitude into output lat field and output long field. See, there is IP lat and IP lat. These IP lat and IP LAN is output coming from the geostats command. Geostats command. See, the results are giving on our latitude and longitude, but geostats will produce his own latitude and longitude. Na? So that is IP lat and IP long. Okay, like this you can pass your arguments. Understand, sir? This is about geostats command. Geostats command. Okay, so you can just check it. Stats chart command. Geostats usage in Splunk. So what is geostats? Geostats is similar to the stats command, but simplifies for geographical data, latitude and longitude. It is used to aggregate events on the map for visualization in Splunk mapping visualization or chorophil or cluster mapping. So instead of normal numerical or string grouping, it bin data into geographical regions like latitude and longitude tiles. See, this is the syntax. Count events by location. IP location client IP, geostats, lat field equals to lat, long field equals to lan count. Okay. See, average bytes, you can run it. Even count by city. See, even key options are global limit you can use. Limit number of geo bins displayed is global limit. What is the use? Here, stats will use a limit command. Na? No limit work. Chat and time chat will work. Here, instead of a limit, global limit. Global limit is the limit the data. Limit the data. Global limit the number of geo bins displayed. Okay. No need all these things. Controllers by class, split results by category, field, city, country, status, whatever you want. Difference between stats versus geostats. Stats group the data based on the explicit fields, time, IP, host, etc. Geostats group the data into map coordinations automatically, enabling geographical visualization. In geostats, when you want to plot aggregated data on map instead of just tables or chart, use a geostats. Okay. And if you are using for the some of the SOC use cases, security use cases, let's observe failed logins by geolocation. So there are number of people are trying to access my website. So some people are accessing from USA, some people are accessing from China, some people are accessing from different global wise, sir. But the attacker is coming from, for example, China. So attacker is trying to access our website. He got a lot of failures, na? Lot of failures. So how many people? So the more number of fails you have, that maybe he is a attacker. Why? Because if he is a genuine user, legitimate user, legitimate means genuine. Legitimate means genuine. Genuine user means definitely within span of 2 to 3 times, definitely he will give a correct login credentials. But if he try to give 100 times means, definitely he is not a legitimate user. So who is that legitimate user? Where the traffic is coming from? Whether it is coming from the USA or whether it is coming from the Australia or whether it is coming from the China. So geographical location, I want to find out attacker geographical location. So for that, simply IP location, source IP. Source IP means who are accessing. Who are accessing. This is my website now. So as we discussed, see, so field login by geolocation. Actually, at demo also I explained you. So one of my website was attacked. Okay, at the time, at specific time, so many users are hitting. Okay, fake requests to our website. Okay, login fails was happened. That we consider as a spikes, highest spikes on the peak time. So immediately the user access will go up the visualization. Normally our spike is under low ground, okay, normal ground. So immediately if attack happened, so multiple times you are requesting the user credentials, that time the request will goes to the అప్. ఓకే, చచ్చిపోయే ముందు పైకి ఎట్లా లేస్తుందో మనకి అది ఉంది కదా, దాన్ని ఏమంటారు, గ్రాఫ్. పైకి ఎట్లా లేస్తుందో అట్లా మనం అటాక్ అయ్యేటప్పుడు అలా జరుగుతుంది. హై స్పైక్స్ అంటారు. వి జస్ట్ సే ఇట్ యాజ్ ఏ హై స్పైక్స్. సో హియర్ ఆల్సో failed login by geographical. See that I am just going with a failed logins with Windows. This is Windows logs, sir. In Windows log, event code 4625 and 529 is the failed logins. Failed logins. So that IP location SRC IP. SRC IP means source IP. Let's say for example I am a website. So you all guys are accessing from different regions. Your IP address is a source IP. That means that attacker IP is a source IP. Okay, so destination IP is my website. Okay, source IP, based on the source IP I am checking the location. Geostats, lat field equals to lat, long field equals to long, count by country. How many requests you are getting, total number of count of requests you are getting from based on the country, you are getting the results. Okay, next SH failed logins also. If you want to go with SH failed, SH means secure socket cell. Let's say if you are trying to access any remote servers with via SSH, sometimes you will get a login failed. So that I want to find out the specific index name, failed passwords with respect to of specific location. Okay, so basically if there is no IP address from the specific events, you need to extract the specific source IP with the help of regular expression. Okay, you know that already. So this regular expression is used for extracting the attacker's IP. Okay, and map failed SSH attempts globally. You can drill down in the top attacking IP per country also. Okay, next you can create trends also with respect to of geostats as well as time chart command. Okay, so this all we can understand in the coming classes, sir. But this is the usage of geostats command. Geostats command is the best in the working for the geographical information like country, city, region, latitude, longitude and other geographical information. That's all enough, I think so. Geostats.